What's going on, guys? Your boy Star back here today with another video, and there's some big news regarding Black Ops 4, and this comes from website Kotaku. If you want to read the full article, I will put the link to it in the description box. And it says that this year's Call of Duty will be essentially multiplayer only, lacking the kind of single player campaign that has been a key component of the annual series over a decade. Two sources familiar with the game tell Kotaku, corroborating a report published earlier today at Polygon. One of those sources echoed a report from top Call of Duty information broker Charlie Intel, saying that the new game will have a battle royale mode. Details are murky, and Call of Duty publishers Activision isn't talking. Quote, "We don't comment on rumor and speculation," responding to Kotaku via email. And according to Polygon, as the multi-year development cycle of Black Ops 4 moves toward the game's October release date, quote, "it became evident that development of the single-player campaign wouldn't be completed." Now, keep in mind, take this with a grain of salt because they haven't confirmed or denied this. And it comes from Polygon, because if anybody who knows Polygon, they talk about goofy shit. But I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but at the same time, I don't put this past Activision. Their silence sort of speaks itself. I've played the campaigns for years and enjoy them quite a lot. They're really enjoyable. Ever since Modern Warfare 2. Ever since that one mission, No Russian, even though it's controversial as it is, it's one of the missions where it's like, wow, this is some crazy shit they did in a campaign that you won't see on the multiplayer side. And since I just heard about this, I got mad about it. I ain't gonna say man, I just got heated. And I don't understand this. You remove one thing that's made the Black Ops series relevant, the campaign. I guarantee you, without this campaign, there wouldn't be a Black Ops 2, possibly let alone a 3, let alone a 4. And I was wondering why they were teasing when they released that teaser a while ago that says "Forget What You Know." It kind of had me worried that they were going to reboot, that they were going to do some type of reboot. I thought it was just going to be a reboot for the campaign. This is a reboot to the core game itself, the single player campaign, and which has made this Black Ops series relevant. If it wasn't for Mason and the numbers and the Russians, and if it wasn't for the entire Mason saga or storyline or Frank freaking Woods, Black Ops wouldn't even be a blip on the radar. And sure, you could say that the multiplayer could keep their heads above water, but I doubt it. I mean, to me, the single player campaigns in a game like Call of Duty, it's more of like I would say like a good way to get a good feel of the game before you hop into multiplayer, because you don't want to hop into a multiplayer game not knowing what the hell you're doing and get bodied. You know what I'm saying? You'd rather get some experience by, a good feel of the game by playing a good bit of the single player, or if not all of it, depending on how good it is, then hop into the multiplayer and be like, okay, look, just to make sure you don't get squashed. But this is shitty. And even though some people who are multiplayer fans, and I know this is because of this is gonna could create a new divide, and that is not a Linkin Park reference, but this could make a new divide between the people who love single player campaigns only for the campaigns. I mean, well, who love Call of Duty only for the single player campaigns, and for the people who only like the multiplayer. And even though some people made those stats out there saying, well, it's 15%, 20% of people who actually play the campaigns, be that as it may, a lot of the campaigns in Call of Duty over the years probably wouldn't be popular if they didn't have the campaigns. I mean, Modern Warfare, World at War, Black Ops, you name it. I don't think it would be as big today. Now, honestly, I think Activision, for your sake, I hope this is just a rumor, like you claim, and speculation, and a debunked story made up by Polygon that just turns out to be fake. I hope this is, but if it isn't, I'm not buying Black Ops 4. I'm not getting it. And the notion that there wasn't there wouldn't be enough time to complete the campaign before its release is bullshit. Is complete bullshit. You've had 3 years, right? And Red Dead 2's release date was announced back when? It was a while ago. So you got time. And I don't want to hear nobody saying, oh, well, they ain't got the money to pay all these actors and to make all these $1 million looking cutscenes, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. This is Activision, the same company who profited, who, mind you, recently made $4 billion by the end of last year in microtransactions alone. So there is no argument saying that they can't afford a single player campaign. They're just being greedy. They don't. If this is true, they don't care about the players like they do, and this could hurt them. This could hurt them in the long run, because ditching a single player campaign in arguably one of the most popular subgenres, well, not subgenres, but sub series they got, is crazy. It's asinine. It's not smart for business. I really do think that, and then the possibility of Activision being greedy and just, I ain't gonna say evil, but scummy with their tactics, could easily hide the campaign behind a season pass or pre-order or a DLC that you gotta pay 20-25 extra bucks on top of the 60-65 that you already pay for the base game, or whatever other edition you buy, the $80 version or the $100 version. It don't matter. Like, or they could do like they did with Infinite Warfare, where they kind of locked the first Modern Warfare behind Infinite Warfare's release with the digital, not the digital deluxe version, but the deluxe version. And they shouldn't do that, because that pissed people off there, and then they eventually released it as a standalone. I mean, it would be weird if Black Ops 4's campaign was released as a standalone. It would be weird. You know, why not just have it in the base game? It don't make any sense. And honestly, we all know this game is going to be priced at a full price, $60. It's going to be $60 when it comes out. And the crazy thing is, you would have a $60 full price multiplayer centric game, and with the possibility of a single player campaign locked behind DLC or a season pass, is great. And I don't think, now, even though you don't want to, even though this ain't confirmed yet, I don't rule this out for Activision. Now, by doing this, they could be facing a possible EA situation, because as we all know, back in 2015 when they came out with the original, not the original Battlefront, but they did like a Battlefront reboot. When they came out with that, and that game was lacking content. That game only had multiplayer and a couple other things, and it was dry. It was bones. It was dry as bones, and it was a full price game. And I think it sold a lot, but the reception from the fan base was not good. It pissed off a lot of people. Now, and then there's the possibility of replacing it with a battle royale mode. Don't get me wrong, battle royale is the new hotness. It's popping, but come on, it shouldn't replace a damn campaign. And I'm telling y'all, if this is true, I'm not buying Black Ops 4. I mean, even if the single player campaign was to be released with a DLC or an update, or as a now if it's released as a standalone, like a Black Ops 4 game just with the single player campaign, I could get that. But I would get that, but the thing is, if it is indeed multiplayer only and they won't come out with the single player anything at all, then fuck this game. Fuck it before it even comes out. I'm not touching it. I don't care if it's popping or not. Now, the only way I could see this working out is if it's a game changer, even though I don't play multiplayer that much. I know a lot of people say it's really the same thing every year. People who played the multiplayer a lot say it's really just the same every year. And if it is indeed the same every year, then this could hurt them. They could have a Watch Dogs 1 situation where there was a lot of expectations around the game. Well, I ain't gonna really say that, but they could have a situation where, yeah, that game sold a lot, but then its sequel could tank in sales compared to its predecessor. Now, if you ask me, like I said, this isn't good for anyone who's a big fan of the Black Ops series like I am. If you're a multiplayer focused person and this is good news to you, but for people like me who's in that minority, or the majority, but I think this is bad for business. Activision is shitty scumbags for this, and I'm not supporting them one penny if this is true. And with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that do you take this article with a piece of salt from Polygon? Yes, no? Let me know down in the comments below. We can have a discussion and talk about it. If you enjoy my videos, smash the like button as hard as you can. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Tap the notification bell. That way you stay up to date on my content and you'll never miss a video. And until next time, I'll see you later.